Hello everyone, Friday, August 16th, 2019. Of course, Wednesday was New Comic Book Day, which means right now today is New Comic Book video time. Now, I've been trying to get these videos done on Thursday the past few weeks, but yesterday I went in for the first of 2 tattoo appointments to get a large Joker piece done on my chest, kind of the Joker that you see in the background. I'll show you a picture. This is what it's kind of hopefully going to be looking like. Right here, if you can kind of see that a little bit, this is what they drew on there. Of course, everything that's blue is going to be black. And so when I came home yesterday, because they did a lot of heavy black work on the chest, when I got home, trust me, I was not in the mood to do any comic book videos. So hopefully when everything gets done, that tattoo is going to look fantastic, because that Joker means a lot to me since he is the backdrop of everything that I do. So there was that. So let's get into some of the books. Wasn't a real huge week for books, but there was some really good books that came out, so we're going to jump right into it. I'll do Marvel, DC, and then the Independents like I did last week, because people seem to really enjoy that. And so first one, Age of Conan, Valeria, right here. Conan the Barbarian, Exodus #1. Not ending well for our little wolf friend there. Conan has seemed to get an uptick in popularity, so I'm happy. I've always liked Conan. I especially love the first movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, even though it's not a great movie. It's a movie that I really enjoyed. The Doctor Strange #17, Carnageized version. When I was getting my tattoo yesterday, the first part of it, there was a guy getting a huge anti-venom piece on his arm, and this was done at a convention, and that ended up winning tattoo of the weekend. It was a really good looking tattoo, so hopefully mine will be just as good, but from what they've started doing already, I think it's going to be a really nice piece. Absolute Carnage, Scream #1. Is that there? Silver Surfer Black #3 with a little Thor action. People are kind of bad-mouthing this storyline. I like it. I mean, I'm a Silver Surfer fan to begin with, but I thought it's a pretty good story so far. We have Absolute Carnage, Separation Anxiety #1, right there. You're going to start seeing a bunch of Venom, Carnage things coming out, because that's how the comic book companies do it. Immortal Hulk #1. This is the director's cut version. Picked up one of these. Not bad. It was a $5.99 book. I was kind of surprised, because it is a thick and it's a very heavy book. So I was kind of surprised that Marvel decided to keep it at $5.99 and not try to get their typical $9.99 price point. And the book everybody was trying to grab, which is Captain Marvel #9, because of the character Star. But 8 is the actual first appearance of the character. In my opinion, this is #9, but again, this blew off the shelves. And then there was a couple DC books. There was Supergirl, and I believe it was Superman, that they did not get out. They were told to pull those off the shelves, and if you look online, you'll see those books that were supposed to come out this week selling really high. And there was a reason for it, but I'm not going to get into that. So that was what we picked up for Marvel. Here comes DC. This is Detective Comics 1009. Still going with Year of the Villain stuff. Event Leviathan. I know I pronounced that and butchered it terribly, but it's early Friday and I'm a little tired right now. Wonder Woman, Year of the Villain 76 cover. And Catwoman 14, Year of the Villain cover B. Really cool right there. And that was it for DC. Now we will jump into what I call, the independent labels or the other labels that are not Marvel DC related. From Zenescope, cool cover. Haven't had a chance to read this yet, but I am looking forward to it. This is The Watcher, #1 from Zenescope. Really cool cover right there. Whenever you have a priest holding a crucifix or holding a rosary in front of a church, you know something's going to go on in that book. Punk Mambo, #5. Really cool cover right there. Ghosted in LA, #2. I read the first one. Kind of a fun read. We'll see how #2 is. Unnatural number 12. Again, I enjoy this storyline. Most people who read it enjoy the storyline. So there's this one here, number 12. There were 2 covers of that. I only got the one. Reaver number 2. Of course, Reaver number 1 sold really, really well. And so this was number 2. I am anxious to read this one here. Once Our Future number 1. Another book that was kind of going off the shelves. Pretty good. Here's this one here. It's this cover A. Or cover 1 I'm showing. And cover 2. This is from Boom Studios. Almany number 1. This is from H1 Press. There's that there. The White Trees. This is number 1. I think it's number 1. Let me look, double check that. Maybe it's number 2. Yeah, issue number 1. I thought so. I just something, for some reason, it wasn't registering. They put this as 18 over. Now, these books were, most shops didn't order a lot of them, and there's some pretty graphic content inside this book. So it's either going to turn a lot of people off or make it that much more desirable for people to grab. I grabbed one because it's a small press, and that was it. That's White Trees number 1. This is a 12-part series. And the last book I'm going to show is a book that I think is going to be, you know, a really, really good book. A lot of people were looking for it. It sold really, really well. Again, it's from a company called Mad Cave. This is Show's End number 1. The only thing I don't like about it, it's a very thin book. It's a very thin book. It doesn't have a whole lot of pages to it. It was only $3.99, but it's a you know, real thin book. But that is a book that people are starting to look for right there. Show's End from Mad Cave. And then last week I picked up something. I'm not a big pop guy. I'll pick up pops that remind me of things, whether it be, you know, cartoons or movies that I like. I know that I got a Jaws one. So this one was Scooby-Doo. It's 50 years of Scooby-Doo they're celebrating. And I saw this. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get that because I remember the opening credits. They always showed him. This is the Phantom Shadow from Scooby-Doo. And then you can kind of see the ones in the back. You got Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, Ghost Clown, Spooky Space Kook, Phantom Shadow, and the Witch Doctor. The only one I wanted was the Phantom Shadow because honestly, the Shaggy and the Scooby-Doo didn't look that great to me when I saw them. So we'll see what else they come up with. But I'm always going to buy things that remind me of the 70s. I'm a big 70s pop culture guy. And there was that. I didn't have a ton of things to show. Let's see if I can just grab some things out of a box. I know you guys enjoy when I do that. So, again, I'm just going to grab a stack of books. Nothing spectacular. And we'll see what we have. So, first book we'll show is Captain Marvel. Again, I just grabbed these out of a box. There is no particular order, but people seem to enjoy when I show the older books. And I do have some time left, so we'll get that. Captain Marvel number 13. Nice 12 center right there. And again, if I've shown these once before, I apologize. But again, I'm just grabbing out of a box. Unexpected, number 166. I love the Bronze Age horror covers. There's nothing like them. 70s was the big market. And this, of course, 1975 for horror covers. Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen, featuring the Bizarro Jimmy Olsen, number 80. Is that there? Superman number 186. Most of these are not the highest graded condition, but you know, mostly in the VG plus to very fine range right there. Here's from 1975, a Fantastic Four 161. There's that. Werewolf by Night, number 25, a resurgence of Werewolf by Night. There's that there. This is a very fine minus from 1975. And since I got a few more minutes, I know all people are excited, so let's show a few more books. Let's take these off of the bottom here. I'll grab another small stack right here. And here we go, last stack of the day. 1969, Adam and the Hawkman, number 41. Is that there? From 72, Iron Man 53. Submariner 39 from 1971. Iron Man 58 from 73 in very fine condition. Again, Mylar makes everything look fantastic, and that's just another example of it. Iron Man 62, 1973. And the final book of the day, Submariner 37 from 1971. There is that. Again, these are just books that are not part of my collection. These are books that are going to be placed for storage for the shop when I reopen it. Of course, the Arkham Comics shop. And I'm definitely going to reopen it because I got a huge, tattoo sitting on my chest that's beginning. So there is that. So again, not a huge week for books, but it's a couple of decent pickups, and I hope you enjoyed the older stuff I showed and the Scooby-Doo Pop. So again, I say this every week, but I mean it. I appreciate all the positive comments that I get. I appreciate the fact that even if people don't agree with what I say on everything, they are still very supportive of the channel, which is very important to me. And then that's why I do these videos. I do these videos because a lot of you out there seem to enjoy the videos, and I'm going to continue doing that. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much for the support. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you know somebody who might enjoy the channel, let them do that. And I have one little announcement to make. On Thursdays, starting next week, on Thursdays from 1 to 5, I will be spending 4 hours during that day at Fandomverse Comics here in Las Vegas, and I'm going to be offering grading to people who want to bring books in and have me take a look at it. And so if you're interested in that type of service, come on in and talk to me, and we'll take a look at some good books together. So that's it. So that's pretty much all we have for this week. So I hope you liked the video, but as always, if you didn't, nothing I can do for you. Have a great, great day, and I'll talk to you later.